President Trump, will you come speak to us, President Trump?
History unfolds in a New York court. Donald Trump pictured in between his lawyers moments before his arraignment began. Protesters for and against the former president were waiting for him in Lower Manhattan. Separated by metal barricades, each side tried to drown the other out. But the gathering was largely peaceful. Inside, Donald Trump pleaded not guilty to 34 felony counts of falsifying business records.
We today uphold our solemn responsibility to ensure that everyone stands equal before the law.
While the charges centre on hush money paid to adult film star Stormy Daniels in 2016, prosecutors have also referred to 2 more payments, to a Playboy model and a doorman, accusing the former president of a so-called catch and kill scheme, in which negative stories were purchased and buried and the payments concealed. The charges are a low-level felony in New York, each carrying a maximum of 4 years prison.
How did you plead, President Trump? How did you plead?
The 76-year-old left it to his lawyers to deal with the immediate aftermath of the hearing.
If this man's name was not Donald J. Trump, there is no scenario we'd all be here today.
While he headed straight for his private jet before flying home to Florida.
New York City might be returning to normal, but the national political implications of this case are already being felt. Donald Trump is not just a former president, he's the Republican Party's leading candidate for the 2024 nomination. And he'll do whatever he can to try to use this situation to his advantage.
And I'm proud to be an American.
At his Mar-a-Lago property, the former president's primetime response to the charges had the look and feel of a campaign rally.
I have a Trump-hating judge with a Trump-hating wife and family whose daughter worked for Kamala Harris and now receives money from the Biden-Harris campaign, and a lot of it.
New York prosecutors have asked for a trial date in January, just weeks before the first votes in the Republican primary would be cast. Jade Macmillan, ABC News, New York City.
Now let's go to North America correspondent Barbara Miller, who's outside the Mar-a-Lago estate in Florida. Barbara, just how much of a setback is this for Donald Trump?
Well, he doesn't think it's a setback at all. In fact, he says he's raised $10 million since news of this indictment first broke. And he's really seen the Republican Party rally around him and also denounce the New York investigation. The question, though, is will we see more charges? There's a probe in the state of Georgia into alleged election interference. There are federal investigations, including into his handling of classified documents here at Mar-a-Lago. What we saw tonight was classic Donald Trump. He was rambling, he was full of grievances, he was on the attack. So does someone from the party at some point step forward and say, it would be less chaotic with me? Not so far. Difficult decisions ahead for the Republican Party. But for the moment, in the short term, Donald Trump, Juanita, is riding pretty high.
Barbara Miller reporting there from Florida.